Anyway, they get to their Batcopter. There's going to be a lot of bat things.
I have a question. Sorry, I'm going to have lots of really...
Oh, God.
Yes, I already know what's coming, but go on. I know what's coming.
No, what?
Why does the Batcopter have wings?
Oh, no, I didn't notice that. Is there literally nothing named after Robin? I know he's Batman, and Robin is the...
No, there isn't.
He doesn't get like a, I don't know, like a Robin Frisbee or something. It's always the bat stuff.
No.
Okay.
A Robin Frisbee?
I don't know. To be fair, I was trying to think of an example, and I was like, oh no, they already did rope and spray and everything else with bat in front of it. So I just wondered.
Batman doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit. He's fucking
It's branding.
His mansion. It's his brand. Fuck Robin.
Yeah.
You know? Screw him.
Just one. I feel bad for him.
I don't. Everyone looks in the sky and waves at them. Even a bunch of girls on a rooftop going, yeah, no, it's. I'm so glad they're up there doing their job. One man quotes as they're having a picnic. This film and the town itself, like this 1960s whole entire Batman thing, is like one big acid trip.
Yeah.
Just this is what life is in a weird way. Our criminals are dressed up in fucking costume, and so are
It was
our
a bit
heroes.
like their tax dollars paid for it. In a way, wasn't it? It's like, I'm glad to see our tax dollars at work with Batman and Robin doing
for
their
a
jobs.
Batcopter with wings. So they end up going to try find this yacht. Batman deploys the Bat Ladder, and just in case you didn't know it was the Bat Ladder, it has a license plate on the end.
Yeah.
That says Bat Ladder.
Yes.
Oh, this film is so good. So he deploys the Bat Ladder, goes down the Bat Ladder, and the yacht disappears, and oh no. And Robin, being the ship pilot he is, ends up dipping Batman into the water like some nacho dip, or like a little dip into the water so his legs go in. Pulls him back out.
Shark.
And this is where we get the infamous shark scene, the famous fucking shark scene. It's so obvious that a man is holding the
And
tail of
wiggling
this toy shark, wiggling the tail.
Yeah.
They deduce that it was all a setup.
My favourite one was, is this where they were trying to work out which bad guy it was? Or am I ahead of myself?
Yeah.
Well, the first thing is they're talking to the press, and obviously this will be a reoccurring theme, and it's also another thing that will annoy people. But again, don't take it so seriously. This is a fucking silly film where, let's call her Catwoman or Miss Kit Kat. What the fuck her full name was, I do not remember. It was like 9 names long, and I can't
Very
repeat
Russian.
it, but either way. But they go on to explain about how if they were to remove their masks, their identities will be revealed, and Robin chips in with support your police like the dweeby he is and all that twat.
He's such a nerd, isn't he?
She's such a fucking
nerd.
But yes, she's there. Obviously, that's Catwoman, and that will play a reoccurring part later on when fucking Bruce is the worst fucking... When it comes to deducing identities.
I don't know how anyone in this town can do anything because nobody recognises anyone.
No, they don't.
Like, obviously, they don't recognise Bruce and Dick, and he doesn't recognise her as Cat. Like, just nobody has any idea what... They've all got face blindness. I don't understand how anyone gets anything done.
Meanwhile, the bad guys decide, you know what we're going to do? Catwoman, we're going to kidnap a very famous millionaire or famous person and get Batman to lure...
Not many of those about. You can't see me winking.
Not in this world. We're going to capture a very famous millionaire, get Batman into our hideout, and we've got like a jumping jack thing on our floorboards that will push him through the window and go into an exploding octopus. Fuck me, that's a mouthful.
It's so
Why don't they just
extra.
catch him into the hideout
And
and then
shoot
fucking
him.
shoot him?
Yeah, why don't they just buy a gun?
Or even just one of them throw him out the window. Why does it have to be a jack in the box?
Because it has,
It's
it
so
has
That'll
to
be
be
so much cheaper than an exploding octopus.
It has to be dramatic, guys. You don't understand. It has to be really dramatic and all over the place. They go on a date, and while this is happening, Robin and Alfred are sat in the fucking Batmobile.
Alfred's little goggles.
Yeah, with his glasses over the fucking...
Yeah, so stupid.
So Robin is monitoring the date. How he's filming this from the perspective of what we see, like, I don't know. Another one of
it, or
those
is he
films
not
where
just
it's just
listening?
showing the footage of the film.
No,
Oh.
no, they're watching.
He's watching the film.
That makes their weird talk about climaxes even weirder.
Yeah, Robin gets a boner, basically, and from what he sees. And he's like, I just can't do it, Alfred.
Gets a bat boner.
There's some things you just have to not see, or it's too personal
Bat
what we're about
penis.
to watch. And then, like, someone basically getting it off. Bruce Wayne is currently kidnapped. He sees that Miss Kick-Out is also kidnapped, and he's like, I'm going to get you out. I'm going to fuck these guys up. He doesn't say that.
I wish he did.
It's like his best performance of the whole entire... He's like so angry with them. He's just like, oh, like angry Bruce.
The thing
I love
is,
it. It's
he's
great.
kidnapped and he's in the room with Catwoman.
Yes.
And he's like, where is she? If you've hurt her, I'll kill you all. And she's like, oh, hang on a minute. Blindfold him. And then they go to a different room, and then she's Miss Kit again, and he's like, oh no, like I was saying, he doesn't fucking...
Yeah, I know, but
he's fucking
dumb.
stupid, isn't he?
He's smitten with love. He can't tell the difference between the two. He's just in love, that's all.
No, he's just a fucking dope.
Surely that's
Not you say
worse if he loves her and he can't tell the difference.
Oh, but the heartbreak later on, I'll get to... Oh, it's just... Oh, mate, it's like top 10 anime patrols. Anyway. He eventually ends up escaping, punching. He gets out. He dives dramatically into the water. He ends up escaping very easily because these bad guys are the worst bad guys in the fucking world. And he gets back to Wayne Manor and he's like, I know where they are. Let's head there now. And they also have like a thing that makes people turn into dust. And I think they're going after the UN people because I heard them talking about it. There you go. But we get the infamous bomb scene that Andy loved very much.
Wait, first of all,
Yes.
why does Robin hate alcoholics?
Yeah. That's also...
They go to this they go to like a wharf, don't they? Like
Well,
a dock.
the
That's where the
hideout
base
is in,
is, yeah.
the hideout is in the back of this like bar that's at the pier, essentially.
And they climb up the wall. They do that famous Batman.
Yes.
And Robin is just
Yes.
like, wouldn't they have like noticed a lot of people in costumes like us wandering around? And Batman says something, but he's like, oh yeah, alcoholics, they basically don't know shit. They're
Social commentary.
Yeah, he's really mean about them. But then later on, Batman's like, no, Robin, because alcoholics are people too.
So
weird.
stupid.
But this is what I mean about like there is some adult-y things that only adults will really get, I guess, in terms of
No, I
that
think this
sense.
is still aimed at kids. I think it's just teaching kids to be accepting.
It was,
Yeah, don't drink, but if you do drink, you are still a human too.
And, you know, it's fine to run around in a cape because apparently no one will fucking notice.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. He's running around on this pier trying to get rid of this bomb. He bumps into some nuns.
Yep.
Yeah.
He bumps into a mum with a baby.
Yeah.
He bumps into a band
Twice.
Marching bands, yeah.
That play the very small same section of music over and over
Yes.
again.
And they don't know.
Yeah.
They're not affected by the fact this man is running around with a fucking
No one has
bomb in his
noticed.
hands.
No one has noticed. It's like they are actually invisible.
Yes, it's like NPCs in a fucking
Yeah.
video again. They're just like, he's
Yeah,
running
it is,
around
yeah.
like trying to get rid of it.
And it's not even like Batman's running around. Batman's running around with a fucking great bomb.
with a
it's
fucking
huge.
bomb.
Yeah.
It's bigger than his head. Like, it's huge.
He goes to try dump it in rivers, but there's like people kissing. There's some guy coming up a ladder. He's like, no, I'm not going to go there. He finds some fucking ducks, which I do appreciate.
Not the ducks!
I do appreciate you didn't chuck it in with the ducks because I would have fucking hated him for the
Yeah.
rest of this fucking film if he did. And eventually, typical fashion, we don't see what happened. The bomb exploded, but he magically managed to stay behind some really strong iron bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tricky,
He
isn't
just
it?
tells Robin, he's like, yeah, I got rid of it, but I saved myself behind these things.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. And I think
Yeah.
that's a life lesson we can
Yeah.
all appreciate.